You didn't make a scene, no long message, no ultimatum, no dramatic phone call where you finally said everything you've been rehearsing for months. You just stopped initiating, stopped showing up in her orbit, stopped making yourself available at hours that were convenient for her and miserable for you. You walked away quietly, and that silence was the loudest thing you ever did. Here's what nobody tells you about walking away. It doesn't feel powerful at first. It doesn't feel like a move. It feels like grief, like amputation, like you've removed something from your daily life that had no business being that embedded in the first place. And now there's a gap where it used to be, and your hands keep reaching for something that isn't there anymore. You check your phone, not because you expect anything, but because the habit hasn't caught up with the decision yet. That's normal. That's withdrawal. Your nervous system was wired to her, to the highs of her attention and the lows of her absence. And now you're detoxing from a person who never even claimed you. It's going to feel worse before it feels like freedom, but it will feel like freedom. Meanwhile, on her end, something is shifting. At first, she doesn't notice, or she notices but tells herself it's fine. You've gone quiet before. You always come back. You always find a reason to reach out. A meme, a song, hey, haven't heard from you in a while. She files your silence under temporary and goes about her week. Then a few more days pass. She opens your chat, scrolls up, reads things you said months ago, things she half ignored at the time. She tells herself she's just curious. She's not worried. She just finds it slightly strange that you haven't reached out. She checks your profile. Nothing dramatic. You're just living quietly without her in the frame. And something she didn't expect starts to surface. A feeling she doesn't quite have words for. Not exactly missing you. More like the sudden awareness of a door that used to be open, that is now clearly closed, and she hadn't realized how much she counted on that door until she walked toward it and found it shut. This is the psychology nobody explains. When you were available, bent out endlessly, reliably, unconditionally, you had no perceived value in the dynamic, not because you weren't valuable, but because value in the human brain is indexed to scarcity. We do not treasure what we cannot lose. We do not want what is always waiting. You were always waiting. The moment you stopped, the moment you became something that could be lost, the calculus changed entirely. Now you are not the man she took for granted. You are the man who left. And leaving in a dynamic where you were expected to stay forever is the single most powerful reframe available to you. You didn't beg. You didn't argue your worth. You demonstrated it by withdrawing it. She will reach out, maybe not immediately, maybe not for weeks, but she will. A casual text, something low stakes, something she can frame as innocent. Hey, just saw something that reminded me of you. Or a reply to your story, or a question she definitely could have Googled. And here's where most men lose everything they've gained. They respond too fast, too warm, too eager. The door swings wide open again, and within 48 hours, the entire dynamic has reset. She's back in control, you're back in position, and the ground you gained by walking away evaporates completely. Don't do that. Not because you're playing games, but because you made a decision about your own worth, and that decision deserves to be honored even when she makes it tempting to abandon it. Respond slowly, keep it brief, stay warm but offer nothing extra. Let her do the work for once, let her feel what it costs to reach you now, because it should cost something, and now your attention was never free. It just used to be priced wrong. The version of you that walked away is the version she should have had all along. A man with limits. A man with standards he actually enforces. A man who, when the situation stopped serving him, had the self-respect to leave without asking permission. That man is not cruel. He is not cold. He is not playing games. He is simply done auditioning. Done performing patience as a substitute for reciprocity. Done mistaking her comfort for connection. Done shrinking into whatever shape the dynamic required so she could stay comfortable while he stayed stuck. Walking away is not giving up. It is the clearest possible statement that you understand your own value and that you are no longer willing to accept a price below it. She may come back, she may not. That's not the point anymore. The point is that you finally chose yourself quietly, without theatrics, without needing her to understand or validate the decision. You just left, and in leaving, you became exactly the man you should have been from the beginning.